All right, what is up, y'all? Today is August 16th and no intro today. I want to get right to the point. I really want to make this video as short as possible, but right to the point. So this video is about my business. Why did I start my own business? What is the whole reason behind it? Because a lot of you, I know it's a lot of new subscribers. Some of you guys are just now looking into this. And if you don't know, my channel is it's just my journey. I'm documenting my journey. I left my regular job in December of 2022, and I started my own business after I purchased my cargo van on January 7th. That's when my business started. I got my LLC. So why did I do that? So just so you know, you do not, I repeat, you do not have to have an LLC to do what I'm doing. You do not have to have your own business. You do not have to have your own authority. It's a lot. You're just an independent contractor. So you could buy a van and you could sign up on these gig apps and you could do exactly what I'm doing. You don't have to have commercial insurance. You can, most of the gig apps require regular insurance. So whatever your state's minimum requirement is, you can add your vehicle to your regular insurance. Good to go. So why did I start my own business and get my authority and go that route? So just real quick, I did not buy this van to do gig apps. Okay, I originally bought it to do OTR. That's what I was learning about. That's what I was studying. I was watching YouTube videos about it. That's the whole reason I bought this van. I was going to go over the road. My man Cars and Cribs, I came across his channel and he introduced me to gig apps. So when I started watching his channel and I saw he was making some serious money, staying local, doing gig apps, working 3-4 hours a day, I kind of studied my market. I saw that a lot of those apps were in my market. And when I started signing up for those, which you'll see it. I'm documenting my journey. I'm showing you in real time. So I think I started posting in February of this year, February of 2023. So you can see my progression. I started off with only like 2 or 3 apps, and I've been adding more and more. And that just changed the game for me. That right there. I'm a family man, family of 5, wife, 3 kids, 3 boys. I don't want to be on the road for 3 weeks. So I want to stay local, and I want to put as less miles as I can on my van. I want it to last as long as possible. And I live in Texas, so my cost of living is not high at all. So my goal is to make $200 a day. That's all I need to sustain. I shoot for $1,200 a week. That's my minimum goal, and I reach it pretty much every day, every week. So not to get off track, but just so you know, I did not buy this van to do gig apps. I bought it for OTR. I ended up doing gig apps though. So why did I start my own business since I don't have to? I didn't need to. Well, for one, I always wanted to own my own business. But if you told me that 10 years ago, I was very intimidated, scared of the idea. Just the thought of owning something and being responsible for that company, and knowing, all the responsibility you got to have, and, you could get sued and all that stuff. You just kind of cloud your brain with all the negative stuff, and you kind of get scared. So, once you find something that you really love, like this right here, this industry right here, I've been in delivery for about 4 years now. Actually, yeah, about almost 4 years, about 3.5 years now. And I started with a regular company, driving a box truck for a company. And I just love it. Like, there's nothing like being able to jump in a vehicle, pick up a load, whatever it is, drive it from A to B and deliver it and get paid like good money. Like, to me, I love it. I love meeting new people, talking to customers. So I fell in love with this, and because my passion is so great, owning a business seemed more reasonable for me. It seemed reachable. So I started studying how do you own a business? Like, what do you got to do? I'm thinking it's just tons and tons of paperwork and, all these regulations. Maybe in California, yeah, but here I'm in Texas. And the process is very easy. So I studied it on YouTube. I saw enough videos to know how to do it. Whatever state you live in, go on your Secretary of State website, apply for your LLC. You can hire someone to do it. You could pay, I think like Inc. File, a couple other companies, they'll do it for you, but it's absolutely something you can do yourself. Fill out the application, come up with your business name, logo, whatever you want to do, and it costs $300 where I live. So other states, it might be a little more, a little less. It's $300 here in Texas, and you got your LLC. So you can start as many LLCs as you want. So you do got to think about taxes. You do got to pay taxes and all that stuff. But if you're a veteran, and I explained this on the video, you do get tax exemption for 5 years. So, but anyways, so why did I go that route? Honestly, the short answer, and I'm honestly trying to keep this video as short as possible. I have a lot of information. I could talk all day, but I'm gonna get right to the point. What's the main reason? My kids. That's honestly, if I was single, if I didn't have a wife and kids, I probably wouldn't have my own business. To me, there's no incentive to own your own business, especially when I could do the same thing I'm doing without a LLC. I could work under someone else's authority. I could work under a dispatching company's authority. You know, I'm just a 1099 independent contractor. You can sign up on all the gig apps just as that. You don't have to have your own business. No EIN required, all that stuff. So for me, it's like, why would I start my own business? What's the purpose of it? Just to say I own a business? So my motivation is my kids. So my parents weren't able to leave me much, you know, anything. And it's not their fault, nothing like that. But what I've learned in my experience on my delivery jobs is that a lot of the rich people that I used to deliver to, they all had something in common. And one of those things is, all right, sorry about that, y'all. My GoPro getting a little hot, shut off on me. So anyways, I was saying that a lot of the, from my experience on my old job, I delivered to a lot of wealthy people. And one thing I learned that they all have in common, a lot of them, is they're on the second, third, and fourth generation of something that somebody started a long time ago. So whether it's a business or like a family business or a piece of land that somebody bought or some type of investment, the generations, right, the grandchildren are reaping the benefits of what that person did a long time ago. So all that stuff, everything that I learned in life, my experiences, it goes in here. And I remember it, and I think about that stuff, and it's like I run into so many people with that same story. And you wonder, like, I go to these big old houses on this farm, you know, and they got, you know, cows and horses and chickens and, you know, just running their own business there, whatever their business is, just wealthy, got all kind of cars and toys. And you wonder, like, how did this person get like this? And come to find out, sure enough, you know, great granddad bought this piece of land years ago. And, you know, his house, when he built a house on that land, you know, it was, you know, a 1-bedroom single story. Now 3-4 generations later, it's a huge compound, you know, big old mansion house, got a guest house in the back, got a pool, got a barn, you know, like, it started, everything has to start somewhere. So that's my main motivation. My kids, I want to leave them something, and I want to leave them something that they can build on. So I look at my business as the foundation. I'm laying the foundation, and I want them to be able to build on it. So I don't know how far I'm going to get. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to build on it, but there's no telling what it's going to look like 10 years, 15, 20 years from now. So it's totally up to them. You know, I'm not against the 9-to-5. You know, if that's your thing, you feel more comfortable with that, that's fine. If they want to work a 9-to-5, that's fine. There's going to be absolutely no pressure to take over my business, but it's nice to have that for them, that's available for them. And that's my main motivation. Pretty much every decision I make in life has to do with my kids, you know, my wife and my kids. So I moved from California to Texas because of them. You know, I created a better opportunity for myself. I don't think I would be in this business if I was still in California. There's no way. I mean, I was barely able to pay my mortgage and my bills. You know, I was living paycheck to paycheck, so there's no way. But anyway, not to get off track. So why did I start my business? That's the main reason. I don't know where it's gonna go. I do have goals. I do have a dream of being a fleet owner. I don't know how many vehicles I want. I'm thinking at least 3, maybe 4. I do want to have a local contract for a driver, put them in that vehicle, handle that local contract route, and I do want to put a driver in another one of my vehicles to go OTR. And I'm just, you know, they're gonna be 1099. They're gonna work under my authority, and they're gonna hit the road, go make as much money as you want. Hit the highway. I'm gonna give them a fleet card, and I'm gonna just say, go do your thing. So that's one of my goals. And then also I am studying, learning about being a fleet owner and having your own territory. I did, one of my videos is about that. I took a class from On Track. So On Track is a great way to for new fleet owners to have your own territory, and kind of like third-party Amazon. If you have a fleet of 2 or more vehicles, On Track, they have training. They're always hiring. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to move. My lawn guy decided to come right when I was recording, so let me just finish this video real quick. But I was talking about On Track. So On Track is something that I took a class on. I'm very interested. Once I get more vehicles, build my fleet, that's something I'm thinking about doing. And you know, that's basically where, you know, you get a territory, you're completely in charge. You run that territory, and people that do that, those third-party companies, these guys are making millions of dollars. They're millionaires. So anyways, so my main motivation is my kids. And then it's awesome to have your own business. You know, like, you can look up my company. It's an actual business, recognized by the state. That's a great, you know, that's a great accomplishment that you could be proud of. So starting a business is not hard. It's actually really easy. Now, growing that business, that's the hard part. That's the challenge. And I actually love it. I love the challenge of it because, like I said, I'm laying the foundation, and everything has to start somewhere. So knowing that I have no idea what my company's gonna look like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, I have no idea. But knowing that I am the founder and CEO, the one who started it, I built the foundation, whatever it becomes is based on what I'm doing right now. And that's what motivates me. That's what I'm excited about. And that's why having your own business, something that, you know, if I was just like, I work for DoorDash, right? I'm an independent contractor for DoorDash. I haven't done DoorDash in probably 4 or 5 months. Like, it's been so long because I don't care. Like, I'm just an independent contractor. But, you know, me having my own business, you know, my business needs to be active. Like, there's no way I'm gonna own a business and be paying taxes and all that stuff and I'm not active. Like, you're more motivated to like really grind and get something going than you would be just being an independent contractor, if you get what I'm saying. So it creates a bigger incentive for you to be successful. So on that note, everything has to start somewhere. So as many of you know, some of you guys have been following me since I started. My mom passed away in late March of this year. Still having a tough time with it. I can't tell you how many times I picked up the phone, getting ready to call her, because, you know, I called her like twice a week. And, you know, it's hard to get used to her not being here. She was one of my biggest supporters. She knew when I told her that I wanted to start my own business, she knew that I was going to be successful because she knows how I am. Like, she knows once I put my mind to something and I tell her something crazy, like I'm about to start my own business, and when she sees like I'm in the motion, I'm doing everything to do it, like she like, okay, he really about to do it. So she was very supportive, and before she passed, she gave me this book. And this book is, I recommend it. You don't have to read it, but I don't want to spoil it either, so I'm not going to tell you a lot about it. But it's basically about the founder of Hobby Lobby. So David Green. I haven't finished the book. You see my bookmark? I haven't finished it, but I read enough to get the gist of it. And so David Green loves the Lord, and he built his business not the way most people do. So it has to do with priorities. You guys know my priorities. God is number one, straight up number one. There's nothing I could do without him. So I woke up this morning because of him. I gotta give him credit. Like, there's just no way I can go live my life without giving the creator credit. So that's pretty much what this book is about. It's about trusting God, letting him control your business, letting him control your destiny. Don't let your fleshly lust of money and being rich control your decision making. I love this book, man, because David Green, if you don't know about him, he's the CEO and founder of Hobby Lobby, and he started his business in his garage. It started in his garage, and now he's a multi-billion dollar company. He didn't expect it to be like that, never dreamed of it being like that. It just happened. But if you read the book, he shows his mindset. That's what it's about. So I just want to share that with you, because that's another thing that I want people to understand about me. I don't think like everyone else. I don't measure my success by how much money I make. The money will come. If God's gonna bless me with earnings, it's gonna happen. Like, there's no stopping it, especially if he's running my business. But my success is measured by, do I love what I'm doing? Yes. Am I making enough money to pay my bills? Like, I'm not struggling? Yes. Do I control my time, my schedule? Yes. Do I own my own business? Yes. Am I happier than I was when I was working my 9 to 5? Absolutely, yes. Like, those are the things that I measure success. Like, I'm already successful, to a certain extent. Like, I've made my life better. Just what I'm doing right now compared to what I was doing, my life is better. I'm so much happier. I got so much more energy. I used to come home from work. My kids want to play. They want to throw the football, all that. I'm like, I'm tired, man. I don't feel like it. I'm sorry. Like, I don't do that no more. So I'm back in my van, about to close this video out. I got to go get some gas. But I just want to end it here. So my business is like that person that moves out the city and buys that piece of land way out in the country. That's how I look at my business. I just bought the land. It's my land. I own it, and now I'm building on it. I'm building on it, and it's something I can pass on to my kids. So I honestly think that if you're not ready to commit yourself completely to this business, I'm talking specifically the cargo van business, it might be hard for you. So the best way to explain it is, your 9 to 5 is comfortable because it's consistent work, Monday through Friday. You're gonna get paid. You're gonna get your paycheck every 2 weeks. You're gonna get your paid vacation, sick time, retirement. So you're comfortable, but in exchange for that comfort, you're giving up your personal time. They want your time and your energy, all your effort. Give it to them. In exchange, they give you comfort. You're comfortable. The position I'm in right now is uncomfortable. So I want my time back. Give me my time back. Give me all my energy, all my effort, and in exchange, to be uncomfortable. Now you got to do everything yourself. There is no paid vacation, no paid sick time, no guaranteed check, no guaranteed work. But for me, honestly, it's worth it. My time is more valuable than money. You cannot get time back. And one of my subscribers just had a baby, and that person was saying how they wish they were in my position where they, work for themselves. I'm gonna tell you, you gotta go for it. You gotta go for it. Like, figure out a way to be your own boss. It's a lot of independent contractor jobs out there. You absolutely do not have to have a cargo van. But do what you got to do to get your time back. I highly recommend that. Obviously, if it doesn't work for you, I mean, the main thing is planning it out. You got to plan it out. Once you plan it out, you know how much you need to make every day, every week, every month, and you plan it out. You have a plan A and a plan B. You got to have a plan B. My plan B, if I don't make what I need, I get in my car and I do food deliveries to make what I need. $200 a day is very reasonable. I could do that. But once you plan it out, you got to do it. Just do it. You know, like I said, time is more valuable than money to me. That's my opinion. I would exchange it. I'd rather make less money and have more freedom than to make more money and be, you know, stuck on a 9-to-5, 40-hour work week, you know, mandatory overtime, or, you know, certain vacation days or events that you miss that you can't get back. So anyways, that's my main motivation, man. It's just, I want my time back. I want to control my schedule. I want to control the type of work I do, what I do. And I got all the control back. So you have to be, if this makes sense, to do this job, what I'm doing, because there's no guarantees. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, if that makes sense. So your 9-to-5, you're comfortable, but they got your time. If you want your time back, you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So I'm comfortable being uncomfortable because I'm a hustler. Like it's a hustle every day. So I don't wake up in the morning and it's like, oh, I'm gonna make this much money, or, you know, I know I'm getting, you know, this much on my, you know, my weekly payout. There's no guarantees. It's a constant hustle, constantly trying to keep yourself busy. And the least amount of time, the least that you have to rely on gig apps, the better off you'll be. Because gig apps is not something I'd recommend, like that's all you do. Like that will help you get started. It'll help you sustain yourself and have some type of income. But you definitely, if you start your own business, you want to create your own clients. So whether you work with a business directly and do, you know, like a dedicated lane for them, or, you know, on-demand loads for certain companies, or you work just directly with customers, like tasker type jobs, you got to figure out something. You got to do something to keep yourself busy, and that's a hustle. It's a struggle. It's a hustle, and if you can't handle that type of pressure, this might not be for you. So there's days that my phone is very quiet, doesn't say anything all day. That happens a lot. So you got to have a plan B, and you got to be comfortable with that amount of stress. But it'll all pay off. So I'm gonna end it here. I think I explained enough. Shout out to my man Geezer. He's been putting out some great content. His last few videos have been very, very good. I think everyone should watch them, especially newcomers, because this is not for everyone, and it's a lot of information you need to know about this business. Because, you know, if you watch the clickbait videos and get all excited, you might get yourself into a hole that, you know, you're not able to get out. So you really got to know what you're doing. You got to plan it out. You got to know what you're doing. He has some great content. He would keep it real and tell you the truth about what it's like and what to expect. And then also my man Big Vic is you know, his last video was really good. I know I've had some people, some of the haters on the channel will be like, oh, you gotta be like Big Vic, man. You gotta get that money like him. And he's in a box truck, and you know, box truck typically will make more than a cargo van. But what a lot of people don't understand is you have to have a starting point. There has to be a foundation. There has to be a starting point. And when you start, you know, the start is not going to look like, you know, how it's going to look a year or 2 years from now. So this is my starting point. You know, this is the foundation. I'm laying the foundation. I'm building the house. It's not built yet. So Big Vic kind of explains that, yeah, man, like, I'm doing good now. I got some nice cars. I got, you know, I got money. I'm free. I'm doing all the things I love, but it didn't start off like that. Like, there's a process to get there. And a lot of people, you got to understand that. So definitely good content. You know, he even had a moment where he almost quit. You know, it got tough. So that's the thing, man. You gotta have a serious passion for this. That's my opinion. I do. I have a kind of I'm not gonna give up on this right here, because I see the money in it. I have a vision. I'm going for it. Whatever obstacle, hurdles I gotta go through, I'm ready for it. Like, I want to succeed, and I want to be able to show you guys my success, show how you guys watch me go from start to where I end up. And you know, you can't take that away. Like, you can't be, oh, this guy just made all this up. Like, you're watching in real time. I'm showing you guys daily, weekly, and you don't have to be exactly like me. You don't have to do everything like me, but mentally, like, I'm showing you my mindset. I'm very focused on being successful. I'm very patient. I'm not in a rush to make a ton of money. I feel like it's gonna come, but you see all the steps I'm taking. So anyways, video's long enough. I do have some updates. Tomorrow I'll be working. I do got a dolly, paying $156 to move 6 items. So I got that scheduled. I did get my oil change. So I'm gonna update you guys on that, the expenses, and how I pay for my maintenance. A lot of people ask about that. And I also have opened a business bank account, finally. I should have did that a long time ago, but I got that going. I'm gonna explain all that in my next video, which should be tomorrow, Thursday. It'll be Thursday the 17th. So a lot of updates. I'm excited, man. Every step, it's like I'm climbing a staircase. So I'm just walking up the stairs and just taking more steps. So these are all the things that I'm getting in place to be prepared to get that big contract, or, you know, some type of, something's gonna hit. Something's gonna hit, and when it hit, y'all gonna see. So anyways, video long enough. My business is my motivation to be successful. If I did not have my business, I would not be working as hard as I am and trying to build something for my family. So I definitely highly recommend starting your own business. That just means you're all in, and if you're working for a company, you really don't care. You know, who cares about the company? But when it's your company, your business, you care. You take care of your vehicle, you work hard, you're trying to build something to stay with consistent work. So it's very, it's a great way to motivate yourself. So anyways, yeah, that's it, man. So I will catch y'all on the next one.